Travel_1.
Hello guys, let me share one of my travels with you. I set out on a solo bike journey from Bangalore to Gokarna, starting at around 10:30 a.m. The first part of the trip was uneventful as I drove through Bangalore traffic and then onto the highway. However, things started to get more challenging as I entered narrow roads in the forest and it became dark, with no other people or even mobile signal in sight. I relied on my maps to guide me, but eventually came across a small shop run by a coconut vendor who was able to give me directions. The road was full of twists and turns, with only a few lorries and other vehicles to be seen. Eventually, I reached a highway under construction where I faced a fork in the road with 3 different options. Exhausted from the long day of driving and feeling lost, I took a guess and turned onto one of the roads. It was a good thing I did, because I soon saw a person in the distance who was able to guide me back onto the right path. I had taken a wrong turn and had to backtrack, but fortunately it wasn't too far. Journeys like this will make you a better person and more attached to nature. At the time of the journey, it felt difficult, but it was worth every moment. I finally arrived in Gokarna after traveling 530 kilometers. One must endure challenges or hardships in order to achieve success or gain something valuable. I visited the temple of Lord Shiva and watched some classical dance performances during a festive celebration. The crowds were large, but there was a sense of silence and discipline among the attendees. After the performances, I was so tired that I fell asleep immediately upon returning to my hotel. The next morning, I revisited the temple and then set off for Murdeswar, a town 77 kilometers away. The journey was smooth, and I felt refreshed after a good night's sleep. When I arrived in Murdeswar, I was amazed by the tall temple there. I also had the chance to see the sea, which I hadn't been able to do in Gokarna. Most temples are on top of hills, and I feel it makes sense to me that if there is no pain, there is no gain. How many of you accept this? I don't know, but I do. My next stop was the Mukambika Devi temple, which was 61 kilometers away and holds special meaning for me due to its connection with Adi Shankaracharya. This temple had a unique Kerala-style architecture and was located in a forest, but the roads leading to it were in good condition. On the way, I saw some women carrying large amounts of dry leaves on their heads, which made me feel grateful for what I have and saddened by the hard work and struggles of others. More often than not, we focus on the destination, but what's more important is the journey. From Mukambika Devi, I traveled to Udupi, a town 74 kilometers away. There, I saw a goshala, a cow shelter, and a temple with a deity that could be seen from one side in its entirety, but from the other side only in profile with its face turned backwards. It was a unique and interesting sight. My next destination was Sringeri, 84 kilometers away. When I arrived, I was struck by the beautiful architecture of the Shardamba temple, which was located near a river, where people were feeding fish that jumped out of the water for food. I decided to stay in Sringeri for the night as I was too tired to continue on to the Annapurneswari temple in Horanadu, which was 42 kilometers away. Through this journey, I have seen diversity. The next morning, I set off for Bangalore, 330 kilometers away. The journey felt long after 2 days of continuous driving, but I made it back by around 5 p.m., having covered a total of 1,300 kilometers. I'm grateful to my bike for never letting me down and getting me through this challenging but rewarding journey. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I will always remember. I will come up with another journey. To hear more, please subscribe.